Good morning. Today we're gonna start with chapter 4, lesson 8, our last lesson in the first semester. All of you, please open your book, page 277, and our lesson today is talking about zeros in the product. What do I mean? You multiply decimals, and after now we say that to multiply decimals, you write them as a whole number. Then you multiply them together. After you multiply them together, you have to count how many digits and then where you have to put the decimal point. Now the problem in this lesson here that sometimes you have like 5 digits, you need to move 5 digits and you only have 2 digits. So what do you have to do? Let's have an example here. So let's say that if you have 0.7 times 0.3. So first of all, we say that we have to multiply them as a whole number. So 7 and 3. 3 times 7 is 21. So the answer here, 21. Then next, I will see now how many digits after the decimal point. Here we have 1, 2, 3. So here how we have 3 digits after the decimal point. Okay, I want now, so that's mean there's a decimal point here, and I will start from the right 3 digits. This is the first one. This is the second one, and here the third one. But as you see, there's no number here. And at the decimal point, it must be after 3 digits. But there's no number here.
Teacher, so we write a zero?
You will add a 0, yes. So that's mean when you multiply and you find that there is an numbers of, or you can say that the numbers of the digits is this than the numbers of the numbers after the decimal point, I have to add 0. That's why I said zeros in the product. You have to add 0. Why? I need to move 3 digits, but the product is only 2 digits. So I will add 1 0, then decimal point. So the answer will be 0.21 thousandths.
Teacher, this seems so easy.
Yeah, this is the lesson. I will give you now another example. Like if you have 0.8 multiplied by 0.06. What you will say? You multiply 8 by 6. Is it right?
Yes.
You multiply the whole numbers, and they are 48. The next, what we have to do? We have to say now, here we have 1 digit, 2,
Teacher,
3.
So teacher, there's 3 digits.
So it should be 3 digits. Bravo. Hi, number 1. This is number 2. And this is here number 3. And then I will add the decimal point. But since there's nothing here, what you have to do?
But there's a missing number, so we put 0.
You have to put 0. So the answer will be 0.048. So now, as you noticed from here, if you multiply 10th by 100th, okay? Multiply a numbers in a 10th digit by a numbers in 100 digits. Where is the product? It shows in where? Thousands. Bravo. You multiply 10th by 100, you will say that the product shows in thousands. Some of you, teacher, how? Because 10th, it's like 1 over 10. 100, it's mean like 1 over 100. You multiply them together, 1 by 1 is 1, or 10 over 100 is 1,000. So multiplying tenths by hundredths, the product will be in thousands. Another example, multiplying tenths with tenths, the product will be where? Think about it, yellow. 100, bravo. Right, multiplying tenths with hundreds,
thousand.
the product will be in thousands, bravo. That's it. Okay, now all of you, please open your book, page 277. So now here, when decimal,
Teacher, I already done the one, the under one there.
sorry, you say
Teacher,
that you solved it?
Teacher, I learned this like this thing 0.2 I multiply 0.4.
Okay, what's the problem with it? You solved
Teacher,
it?
I finished it.
Oh, okay, bravo. So now here, let's see now and check your answer if it's correct or no. So now, when decimals are multiplied, the product may not have enough digits to place the decimal point. In these cases, you may need to write additional zeros as a placeholder. Students are raising typical garden snails and measuring the distance the snails travel in 1 minute. We have two boys. One is Chris. And one is Jamie. Chris snail travel 0.4 times as far as Cherry's snail travel the distance of 0.2 foot. Okay, so it's travel a distance with 0.2. And Jamie travels 0.4 times as far as Chris. Now, as I told you, times, word times, it's mean you have to multiply. So now, Jamie, they ask me now, how far does Jamie's snail travel? So what do you have to do? You have to multiply 0.4 by the distance of Chris, which is 0.2. So 0.4 times 0.2. The first step, you have to multiply as with whole number. Like we have 0.2 times 0.4, multiply them as a whole number. So they are like 2 times 4, 8. Then you have to see here, where is the decimal point? It's after 1 digit. And the second one, it's after 1 digit. So 1 digit place plus 1 digit place, it will be after 2 digits. Is it right?
Teacher, yes, teacher, but it will be 8 0.0.
It is what? I multiply 2 times 4, it is 8. Then we say that we have to put the decimal point after 2 digits. 1,
yes.
2, and here will be the decimal point. And then they told me that if there's not enough digits to continue, you have to add an additional zeros.
Yes.
So it will be 0.08 or 0.8 hundredths. That's why we call the lesson is zeros in the product. You have to add an additional zeros in order to count 2 digits after the decimal point. So here, after you multiply them, you have to determine the position of the decimal point in the product. Now, since tenths are being multiplied by tenth, so the product will show, what did I told you? What did I tell you before? Tenth by tenth, the product will show you in 100. Bravo. So here we'll show you in 100. Yes. Yeah, take 1 minute to finish writing. Yeah. Now next, step 3.
Teacher, not down.
Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Okay, teacher. Now, I didn't understand.
What you didn't understand?
The lesson.
Okay, I will let you solve the next one. Okay. What's your name?
Udian.
Okay, Udian. Now next. So place the decimal point, step number 3. Are there enough digits in the product to place the decimal point? We said that the answer was 8, and we have to move 2 digits. So are we have enough decimals? I have to move 2 steps, and I only have 1. So is it enough?
No.
No. So you have to what? To write zeros as needed to the left of the whole number product to place the decimal point. You have to add a zeros to the left as you need. Maybe you need 1, maybe you need 2, and so on. So then the Jimmy's snail travel a distance of 0.8 foot.
Teacher, from the beginning of the semester, the math is so easy, and I didn't see any lesson that is uneasy.
That's not. Okay.
Teacher, did you call my name? I'm sorry.
No.
No.
Now, multiply money. Here. Yes, Yaudian.
Yes.
Here we have 0.2 times 0.3. What do you have to do? 0.2 times 0.3. I told you now when you want to multiply decimals, what is the first step? Audian, what is the first step?
Teacher, I can answer only after Udian.
Udian?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, miss, I'm talking with you. What is the first step will be? Multiply as a whole number. So you multiply 2 times 3, which is 6. Then next, how many digits after the decimal? Oh, here. Oh, how many digits here before the decimal point? 1. And here? 1. So you have how many? So after which? After how many digits you have to put the decimal point? After 2, because 1 plus 1 is 2. So one, 2, then you have to put the decimal point. Okay, you said that we have 1 up and 1 down, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So you have to put it after 2 digits. 1, 2, then the decimal point. And as you see here, we have an empty digit. This lesson told me that if you found that the number of the digits place is less than the number of the product, you have to add an additional 0. So it will be 0.06. Did you understand it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Is when we as a whole number, we should multiply 30 multiply 2 or 3 multiply 2.
3.
When we multiply it as a whole number, we multiply 30 multiply 2 or 2 or 3 multiply 2.
Let's see, they are the same because adding 0 to the right doesn't matter. So if you want to multiply it as 30, okay, let's see how we will take the same number. 30, so here, what are the whole numbers you want to multiply? 30 times 2. So you will say 30 times 2, which is 60. You put the answer as 60. Then, how many decimal points or how many digits we have? 1, 2, 3. Then, 1. Oh, sorry, let's change it. I 1, 2, and 3. So then, let's say 1, 2, 3. And then the decimal point will be here. Then what do you have to add in the empty digit?
0.
0. Bravo. So the answer is 0.60 thousandths. It is the same as 0.6.
Oh, okay, teacher.
You can tell me now why they are the same.
Why they are the same?
I told you that 0.6
Yes,
thousandths.
all 0. And decimals, 0 and 0 do not matter.
Bravo. Thank you so much. Here, adding 0 in the decimals to the right doesn't matter.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Now I read it.
Okay. Now, determine the position of the decimal point in the product. Since hundredths are being multiplied by tenths, so the product will show tenths by hundredths. The product will show where? Huggers? 10 by 100.
Thousands.
Thousands. Bravo. Right. Then place the decimal point, write zeros to the left as needed. Since the problem involves dollars and cents, one place that for you to show how this is okay. Here you have to show in hundreds, like you write it as here, you mean like in talking about money. So you have to cancel the zeros, which are to the right. So keep the answer as 0.6. So $0.06. Because zeros to the right doesn't matter. So cancel the 0 and write it as 0.6 thousandths dollars. $100, sorry. Any question?
Yes, teacher, me.
Did you finish writing?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Teacher, I can understand.
Just wait just a minute. Let me here ask her a question. What's your question, Muna?
Like here, when you write so 0.2 is 0.30 is 0.06. There's two digits, not just three.
Here and this one?
Yes.
Just a minute, please. You mean this one here?
Yes. Like when you erase the zero, it becomes two digits.
Let's see. If you multiply it, if you multiply the zero, and you multiply 2 times 0, 0, 2 times 3, 6, so you have to consider it. You have to keep it. But if you cancel it, don't count it. And in this example here, I multiplied by 30. So when I want to count the decimals, I have to count 30 with me. I have to say 2 digits here.
Okay.
But if you multiply it with 3 only, without 30, and you didn't multiply with 0, so no need to take the place of 0.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Lana.
Yeah.
Yes, Lana. Number 1 here in your book, page 281. Okay.
100 are
Write zeros in the product. Here you have 0.5 hundredths times 0.7 tenths. And they multiply it for you. They said that 5 times 7 is 35. But the question is, where do we have to put the decimal point? After how many digits?
After 2 digits.
2? Are you sure?
No. After 3 digits.
After 3, bravo. 1, 2, 3. So let's say that we have 1, 2, 3. Then here you have to put the decimal point. Is it right?
Yes.
Right. The question is, how many zeros you have to add to make it correct?
And 1 0.
1 0. Bravo. So you have to add a 0 to make the product correct. Right. Think now. Hundreds are multiplied by tenths. What should be the place value of the product? Alana?
I didn't understand how.
100. طب see. 100. 100. Multiply it by 10. What the answer will be?
100.
100 multiply by 10. What the answer will be?
20.
1,000, Yelana. And 100 times 110 is 1,000. So it is the same as hundreds times tenths equals thousands. Hundreds times tenths equals thousands.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
We have 40 questions.
Yes.
And we have that, like the question we have in it 2 minutes.
Yeah, each question will be, for each question you have 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So you have to practice well, to study a lot in order to solve each question with 3 minutes. At least, yani, maybe you solve it with 1 minute.
Teacher, is the final exam and 40 questions?
Yes.
But teacher, I have a question, teacher. Do we have time to revise it?
Yeah, see, girls, math, see, girls, I want to tell you something. Math is a practice. That's me. When you solve a lot of questions, you will solve the exam quickly. So you have time to revise. But if you read the math, or if you solve only one question, you will find that it's very hard to solve the questions. So you have to take a lot of time. So once you practice a lot, you will find you will solve the questions quickly. And I mean, like, you have to solve for each lesson. You have to solve the workbook and the classwork. In order to say that I understand the lesson. Don't solve only 1 or 2 questions. Write the questions on a draft on other paper, solve it by yourself, then check the answer by going back to the book. Okay, this is how to study the math.
I always study the math by making the quizzes and let my mom write some questions for me.
Yes,
and
bravo. Yes, that's also when I was a grade 5, I gave my mom and or my dad to write the questions. Then I solve it.
My
Then
mom
check
always
for
writes for me every day to practice it.
Yeah.
Teacher, especially fast division and decimal point. But multiplication is easy too.
Yeah. Now Zain Sham. Zain Sham. Okay, with Diane. Sarah.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Sarah.
Yes, teacher.
0.2 times 0.3.
Okay.
What you have to do first?
So we're gonna have to take out the 0 and the decimal points.
And you multiply. Yes.
And multiply. So 2 multiplied 3 equals 6. So how many digits after the decimal point? Only 1 on the first one and another one on the second one.
Okay.
So we're gonna have 2 digits.
Bravo.
So 0.06.
Bravo. Thank you so much. So you have to add only 1 0, so it will be 0.06. Thank you so much, ya Sarah. Now, Hala.
Teacher, did you call my name?
Yes, I called your name, but after I finish all the girls, I will come back to you because you didn't answer me. Yes, ya Hala. Hala. Noor. Noor.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Noor.
Teacher, did you say my name, Noora?
No. I'm still with Noor Elina. Yes, Noor.
Yes, teacher.
Here you multiply 2 times 2, it's 4. Where do you have to put the decimal point? After how many digits?
1.
1? Why 1?
Teacher, this page is page 279, not page 801.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Noor, sorry. Here you have 2 digits, and here you have 1 digit. So where you have to put the decimal point? After how many digits?
1.
Why 1? Eh?
2.
No, here we have 2 digits. And down, how many digits? After how many digits down?
2. Oh, 1.
So up here, we have 2 only. And down we have 1. So 2 plus 1. 3. Bravo. So after how many digits? 3. Bravo. 1, 2, 3. So Yanur, now how many zeros you have to add?
0.
How many 0?
2.
2. Bravo. So it is 0.4 thousandths. Thank you, Yanur. Number 4. Now, number 4, Noura. Now, Noura.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Noura. 0.5 times 0.5 hundredths times 0.8 tenths. 5 times 8.
5 times 8 is 40.
40. Bravo. The next, how many digits here?
50.
No, how many digits before the decimal point? 1, 2. Look, 1, 2. And down here, how many digits?
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, Noura, I can hear you. And here, how many digits?
1.
1. Bravo. So after how many digits you have to put the decimal point? 2 plus 1?
3.
3. So after 3 digits.
Okay.
The next, what you have to add here in the empty digit?
3.
Sorry?
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, Noura. How you say 3? What you have to, you said that after 3 digits, we put a decimal point. But there's an empty digit. What do you have to add here?
8.
0. You have to add 0. The answer is 0 in the product. So there's no enough digits. You have to add 0. Okay, now Muna. Number 5.
Teacher,
Yes, Muna. 9 times 7 is
63.
63. Bravo. How many digits here after the decimal point?
2 and
2.
1, 3.
Bravo. So they are 3. Bravo, Muna. So how many digits? Well, after how many digits you have to put the decimal point?
3.
3.
And we will add
1, 2, 3. Then the decimal point. So you have add a 0. Thank you so much, Muna. So it will be 0.63 thousandths.
Super easy lesson.
Yeah. Okay, girls, and since the period is finished, tomorrow we're gonna continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question really quick.
Yes, Malak.
For example, if we have 0 decimal point A and the time 0 decimal point 3, 8 times 3 equals 24, and we put 4 down, and the 2 next to the 2, or we put it as 0.
No.
Oh,
See, you said 1, 2, so after 2 digits, you put the decimal point. The lesson told you that if you multiply and the product, they don't have enough digits, you have add a 0. But if it has enough digits, no need to add a 0.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Do you have any question?
Okay.